Okay, so when I have this picture here, the first thing I'm going to do is put down my given. So number 1 is EF is parallel to GH. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the parallel sign on there because that helps me make determinations. Remember I talked about when you see parallel, look for alternate interiors. So that's going to come in handy. And then it says that EF is congruent to GH. So now I'm going to put congruent signs there. So they're congruent and parallel. And why can I say that? Given. Very good. So that's given. And that's given. Since that is all we're given, we have got to look at the first thing we're given and tell me what two angles are equal if EF is parallel to GH. And we're going to look for alternate interior angles. Got it? So if this is the transversal here, we have this guy here and this guy here. So let's add that to our list of things. So 3 is angle E is congruent to angle H, and that's because their alternate interior are congruent if the lines are parallel. Got it? Yeah. And now when we say EF is equal to GH, that gives us a side and that gives us an angle, right? Now you're going to go to your cheat sheet and you're going to say what other thing is in this picture. And that's right, it's an X. So the vertical angles, and I'm going to mark that in green, are congruent also. So we can say that, and they probably want you to say that angle EKF is congruent to angle HKG because vertical angles are congruent, or definition of vertical angles. Got it?
What is this?
So we have 3 things marked. Is one of those things, can I say the 2 triangles are congruent?
Yeah.
Which one? Angle, angle, side. So I can say that triangle EFK is congruent to triangle HKG because of angle, angle, side. Who doesn't understand that? So, if 2 triangles are congruent, what Cpctc says is that all their parts, our corresponding parts, are congruent. And that's what we did the very first day before we started proofs. I would give you 2 things that are congruent, and you would tell me all the angles that are congruent and all the sides that were congruent. Remember, you listed them? And that was a pain. There was 7 things to list. Well, that was because you were going to need it for this. Okay? So, if I take triangle EKF and I put it over triangle HKG, like that, then I can say that angle E is congruent to angle H, angle K is congruent to angle K in each triangle, angle F is congruent to angle G. I can say that EK is equal to HK. I can say that KF is equal to KG. Does everybody see that? Remember that? We did that the other day? Well, Cpctc says, okay, I've proven the 2 triangles are congruent. Now I can say any part that they tell me, I can say they're congruent because of Cpctc. Understand? So it's the same proofs you've been doing with one of those 4 reasons as your almost last reason. And then your next one is going to be the 2 parts are congruent because of Cpctc. So that's the easy part. So now I can say that EK is congruent to KH because of Cpctc. And I'm done. So it's just one extra step. And now I'm going to mark EK and KH are this right here. I'm going to mark it in yellow so they're different. They're equal to each other because of Cpctc.